If someone else pulls... Oh, who's that?
Oh, it's Mom.
Is it? Put her on speaker. Get her on speaker. Go on.
Hey, Mom, we're on at the radio station. Say hi to everybody at the radio.
Hi, Mom.
You're live on you're live on the radio right now, Mom.
Aww. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I miss you, Justin.
I miss you, Mom.
Oh,
his mum sounds like you. His mum sounds like younger than Jackie.
Yeah, she is, I think.
Was my mom? She had me really young. So
Yeah.
How old?
she. How old were you, Mom? 18.
I was 18.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie,
so sweet.
don't let him have his private conversation with his mother.
Anyways, Mom, I will call you back after the interview, Mom.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
That's not your mother, is it?
That was my mom.
Was it?
Yeah.
You sound so young. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
My first girlfriend, I took her on at a date.
Right.
And we went. I did the same thing. I rented out the Staples Center.
Okay.
We went up to the top row.
Yeah.
Watched Titanic on the.
On the big screen?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
What's the biggest surprise you've ever had?
A romantic dinner on a rooftop.
She loves me.
She loves you, clearly.
No, there will always be love there. It's like it's one of your first major loves. Like it's always going to be there.
No, I love her too.
Yeah.
Always.
Diagnosed with lupus about 5 or 6 years ago. After undergoing so many tests to monitor my kidneys, my doctors told me I had lupus nephritis, one of the most common complications of lupus. They said that I was needing a kidney transplant. Maybe I wasn't necessarily really good at knowing what that meant, so it actually got to a point where it was life or death. Thankfully, one of my best friends gave her kidney, and it's one of the gifts of life. And I'm doing very well now, thankfully. So much.
I don't need no daddies to pay. I'm so confident.
Picture this moment for a second. A woman is blowing out her birthday candles, smiling for cameras, surrounded by cake and flashing lights. At the exact same time, across town, her husband is locked inside a dark warehouse, streaming live to thousands of strangers. His voice is cracking. Tears are running down his face. And under his breath, barely loud enough to catch, he whispers another woman's name, his ex-girlfriend's name. This isn't a scene from a dramatic series or a carefully planned rollout. This actually happened in real time. And what Justin Bieber did during that live stream pushed an already messy situation into territory no one expected. Justin went live from his warehouse studio, the same place fans have grown used to seeing him sit for hours talking, singing, and drifting between thoughts. But this stream was different. There was no playful energy, no casual vibe. The air felt heavy from the start. The space itself felt cut off from the world. No windows, no natural light, just recording equipment, half-finished drinks, and people sitting quietly as something uncomfortable unfolded. Justin announced he was going to perform an unreleased song. That alone got people excited, but within seconds, excitement turned into concern. The lyrics weren't vague. They weren't poetic metaphors open to interpretation. They were blunt in a way that made people shift in their seats. He sang about being stuck in a relationship, about loving someone who wasn't the person he was with, about wanting someone he couldn't have. And then came the line that made the chat explode. His voice didn't just crack, it collapsed. This wasn't a polished performance. This was a man losing control in front of an audience that didn't know whether it should even be watching. Then it got worse. Between lyrics, when the music softened, you could hear him whisper it. Not once, multiple times. Soft enough that it felt accidental, clear enough that it couldn't be denied. When he sang "I'm into you," he followed it with her name. Later, when he sang about things changing, there it was again. Each whisper landed harder than the last. Whispering a name isn't like singing lyrics. It's intimate, it's private. It's the kind of thing people don't usually let thousands of strangers hear. Justin Bieber is one of the most experienced performers on the planet. He's sung through screaming crowds, technical failures, and intense pressure. He knows how to control his voice. But in this moment, there was no control. His voice broke in places it never does. His breathing was uneven. Tears streamed down his face without him trying to hide them. In the background, his friends and crew sat frozen, watching something they couldn't stop. No one interrupted. No one stepped in. The silence around him made it feel even more invasive, like everyone was witnessing something they weren't meant to see. What made the moment truly impossible to ignore was the timing. This stream went viral during Hailey Bieber's birthday weekend. Whether it happened exactly on the day or just close enough doesn't really matter. The internet experienced it as one moment. While Hailey was supposed to be celebrating another year of her life, the man she married was trending for crying over his ex-girlfriend. That contrast is brutal. Birthdays are already emotional milestones. Now imagine yours being overshadowed by headlines about your husband whispering another woman's name through tears. And this wasn't just emotional noise. The lyrics referenced specific memories. He sang about loving someone the way they did when they were 18. Fans immediately connected it to Justin's 18th birthday, a moment that exists in photos and interviews, where he and Selena were visibly inseparable. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't fans reaching. These were deliberate callbacks to a very specific chapter of his life, a chapter that, by all logic, should be closed. Years ago, Justin openly admitted that multiple songs on his album Purpose were inspired by Selena. He confirmed it on television. He said, "You never forget your first love." Back then, he wasn't married. He didn't have a child. People gave him grace. Healing isn't linear, but this song wasn't written years ago. It was meant for his current album. That means this is present-day Justin, married, a father, still writing about being emotionally trapped and longing for someone else. What makes this harder to defend is something Justin himself said just weeks earlier. In another live session, sitting in that same warehouse, he spoke about marriage and faith. He said that even thinking about another woman with desire is the same as cheating. His words, not speculation. He explained that letting those thoughts cross your mind is already crossing a line. The internet didn't forget that speech, so when he went live again, crying and singing about Selena, the contradiction was impossible to ignore. If thoughts are betrayal, what does it mean to write entire songs about someone else? To perform them publicly? To whisper their name while thousands watch? That disconnect between belief and behavior is what made this moment feel less like artistic expression and more like something unraveling. And at the center of that unraveling is Hailey Bieber. From the start of her relationship with Justin, Hailey has lived in Selena's shadow. The comparisons never stopped. Fans measured outfits, expressions, body language, timing. Every move Hailey made was filtered through someone else's past. And now, years into marriage, with a child involved, her own husband is fueling that narrative instead of shutting it down. During a weekend that should have been about her, the biggest story attached to her name was Justin crying over his ex. Around the same time, Hailey attended what looked like a birthday celebration. There was a large cake, decorations, cameras, but the room felt empty in a different way. The guest list appeared more professional than personal. Influencers, brand connections, business faces. Justin wasn't there. Close friends weren't obvious either. If that was her real celebration, it painted a lonely picture. A woman surrounded by opportunity, success, and attention, but missing the people who matter most. Just weeks earlier, the couple attended a major fashion event together. Cameras caught Justin walking ahead of Hailey, not holding the door, not waiting. It was a small moment, but small moments add up. They create a pattern. Hailey often appears to be reaching towards something emotionally, while Justin seems somewhere else entirely. In October, Hailey spoke openly about wanting more children, about building a future together. But building forward requires both people to be present. And Justin, emotionally, seems stuck years behind. The internet, as expected, had no chill. Some people expressed deep sympathy for Hailey, calling her incredibly strong for enduring public humiliation. Others were harsher, questioning why anyone would stay in a situation like this. Some joked, some speculated about divorce. Others begged Justin to stop dragging Selena back into his unresolved emotions. A few comments even suggested turning the entire mess into a reality show because it already feels surreal. What stood out most wasn't the jokes. It was the fatigue. People are tired of the loop. Justin spirals publicly. Hailey absorbs the fallout silently. Selena stays quiet and moves forward. Then it happens again, and again, and again. Selena, by all accounts, is genuinely happy. She's married, she's focused on her health, her career, and her life. She doesn't engage, she doesn't respond, she doesn't reopen the door. The fact that Justin is still writing about her while she's moved on says everything about where each of them is emotionally. The warehouse itself has become symbolic, a windowless space where Justin spends hours isolated from natural light, family life, and reality. It mirrors his emotional state perfectly. Trapped, replaying old memories, surrounded by people who don't challenge him, singing about being stuck while physically placing himself somewhere that feels exactly that. When you stack everything together, the faith speeches, the songs, the tears, the missed birthdays, the emotional distance, it stops looking like random moments and starts looking like a pattern. The question people keep asking is the same one Justin sings out loud. Why doesn't he leave? Why does he stay? The song never answers it. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's faith, maybe it's guilt, maybe it's the pressure of public failure. Maybe he loves Haley deeply, but isn't in love the way he wants to be. Or maybe he's so emotionally confused that making no decision feels safer than making the wrong one. But limbo is its own decision. It's the one that hurts everyone slowly. Haley deserves a partner who is emotionally present, not someone publicly grieving another woman. Their child deserves stability, whether that comes from parents together or parents mature enough to move on separately. And Justin deserves peace, whether that's found in therapy, honesty, or finally confronting the past instead of singing around it. This story isn't just celebrity drama. It's a reminder that you can't build a future while emotionally living somewhere else. You can't fully commit while keeping one foot in the past, and you can't expect healing to happen in public without consequences. Until Justin makes a real choice to fully show up or to let go, this cycle will keep repeating. And everyone involved will keep paying the price, because silence eventually becomes an answer, and avoidance eventually becomes a decision. And until that decision is made, this story isn't over.